Good afternoon, everyone. It's 1:01 and we're coming out of recess from our morning session for the purpose of hearing a land use application. Amanda, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Richardson?
Here.
Commissioner Thayer? Here. Commissioner Schroeder?
Here.
Alrighty, we've got a quorum. So we've got one application to hear today. It's EDZ site plan EZS 22-0037. Could I have a motion to open public hearing on this item?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we open the hearing on Kelty Harbison EDZ site plan EZS 22-0037.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to open public hearing on this item. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. We're in public hearing. So generally our hearings all follow the same general kind of sequence. The staff will present the application. We'll ask the applicant to provide any other additional information that they may have that they'd like us to consider. We may ask staff or the applicant questions at that time or not. Then we'll open for public comment. After public comment, we'll provide an opportunity for applicant and staff to respond. We may have more questions at that point, and then we'll move on to make a decision on the application, and that may be to approve with conditions, disapprove, or if we feel we need information that's not available to us to come to a conclusion to set a continuance of the hearing. But that's the general sequence we would follow. So with that, I'll turn it over to Stephen to present the application.
Thank you, Chairman. I'm Stephen Hayes, Planning Manager for the Community and Economic Development Department of Elbert County. This presentation is about the Kelty Construction Company and the Harbison Equipment Company Economic Development Zone site plan for a 60 by 100 foot shop and office on Lot 1 of the Prairie View Industrial Park. Noticing was completed in accordance with the zoning regulations. The Kelty Construction Harbison Equipment Shop and Office site is located on Allen Ridge Drive, just off State Highway 86. Across the street is the Kiowa Industrial Park and an agricultural and grazing area. South is a ranch and a residential home. East of the project is the Prairie View Industrial Park, and west is the give me a second, thank you. My cursor is going mad. The Prairie View Industrial Park and 6 Arrow East, and Legacy Business Park is to the west. The zoning of this site is agricultural with an economic development zone, EDZ, along the highway frontage. The Elbert County Comprehensive Plan Update of 2018 Policy ID4 encourages nodal type development. The Kelty construction site is located in the middle of an industrial and business park district we have along Highway 86. Site's indicated with the little black outline. The office is 1,800 square feet with 6 parking spaces out front. The attached shop is 7,200 square feet, will be used by Harbison Equipment for the repair and welding of heavy equipment. The existing residence was removed. This is the shop and office area. There's an area set aside for a future shop building south of there, and Kelty Construction is an excavation company which will use this rear area for equipment storage and parking of their construction equipment when it's not on a job site. Stormwater and snow melt are designed to flow off-site from their site here to a retention pond that's on Lot 4 as part of the Prairie View Industrial Park. There's a drainage easement agreement covering the construction and maintenance for the stormwater conveyance. There will be a 6-foot cedar fence providing screening along with gambrel oaks and ponderosa pines for buffering the view. The applicant intends to preserve the existing large pine on the site that was near the home that's been removed. For the floor plan, the majority of the building is for refurbishing heavy equipment, and the office is in the front of the building. The applicant resolved the questions from the various referral agencies. Article 3H4 of the zoning regulations lists 8 criteria for the board to consider. These criteria are: A, whether the use is in harmony and compatible with the surrounding area and neighborhood. This proposed facility is within the Prairie View Industrial Park. It's already been approved and is determined to be compatible with the area. B is whether the use will not have an undue burden on available infrastructure subject to mitigation. Water is provided by Summit Metropolitan District. Sewer will be provided by individual septic. Fire protection to be provided by the Kiowa Fire Protection District. Corps is providing the electricity. The stormwater detention pond we talked about earlier is provided. C, whether the use will not unduly increase traffic congestion or burden the existing road system. Access to State Highway 86 is via Allen Ridge Drive. CDOT has permitted the access to Highway 86, and the highway was modified to accommodate the industrial traffic. D, whether the use will not cause significant air, odor, water, noise, or light pollution. The shop and service activities will occur inside the building, buffering air, noise, and odor. Dust from the storage and parking area will be watered if necessary on dry working days by a water truck. Parking and drives are to be surfaced with recycled asphalt to minimize erosion and dust. Stormwater will be contained in the retention pond in Lot 4. The Elbert County zoning regulations specify in Article 8J2 that lighting shall not cast glare on adjacent residential property or roads. The applicant has provided a lighting and illumination plan showing no illumination spilling outside of their lot area. This is the interior section of the building. Repair work will be done inside. This drawing isn't required for the hearing. I just thought it was really cool and I just wanted to show it. E, whether all sanitation requirements will be met. Elbert County Health has approved the use of the existing residential septic for use by one commercial building. Item F, whether the use will be adequately landscaped, buffered, and screened. The Elbert County zoning regulations, Article 9G2, Item F, whether the use will be adequately landscaped, buffered, and screened. The Elbert County zoning regulations, Article 9G2, require appropriate buffering between various uses. Visual, landscape, spatial buffering shall be required. The applicant in this case proposes a landscaped area between the highway and the business and to break up the visual impact of the large outside storage areas. The oil tanks, garbage bins, and loading areas will be screened by a 6-foot cedar privacy fence with gates. The rear equipment vehicle storage has an evergreen screen and cedar fence buffering the view from the residential area to the south. G, whether the use will not otherwise be detrimental to the health, safety, or welfare of the present inhabitants of Elbert County. This use will provide an economic opportunity in the county in a planned industrial area. Impacts have been mitigated as required in the zoning code. Surrounding land uses are also industrial uses or are planned to be. Last criteria is H, whether the supplemental standards are for specific uses have been met. The building design and architecture are appropriate for this style building in an industrial park. This is the exterior elevation drawing for the shop. The building design and architecture will use pre-finished metal wall panels with aluminum storefront entry doors and windows appropriate for this style building in an industrial park. The connex they're planning will be painted to match. Staff recommends that the Board of County Commissioners find the following. The proposal is in conformance with the Elbert County Comprehensive Plan. The proposal meets the criteria for an approval in the Elbert County zoning regulations. The proposal is compatible with existing and allowable land uses in the surrounding area. The proposal will not result in significant impact to the health, safety, and welfare of the residents and landowners of the surrounding area. Therefore, Community and Economic Development recommend the board approve the EDZ Site Development Plan for the Kelty Construction and Harvesting Equipment, case EZS 2236, subject to the following conditions. Remove the public hearing sign, pay all fees and meet conditions of approval, record site plan documents within 180 days. Sign and record the drainage easement agreement, and then water and hydrant installed and working prior to getting a building permit. The Economic Development or Community and Economic Development staff requested, and the Kiowa Fire Protection District has agreed to waive the hydrant requirement for the building permit. It will only be needed prior to issuance of the certificate of occupancy. We worked this out this morning with Chief Lemansky. That way the applicant can get started on the building construction permit sooner. If after the hearing all the testimony and due deliberation, the board agrees with waiving this requirement, you would need to modify the motion and the draft resolution for your vote. Thank you, Chairman Richardson and County Board. That concludes my presentation.
Do you have any questions for Stephen at this time? Okay. Yeah, just one, Stephen. I think it was just a typo on the slide with the recommendation that it had the application as 0036. All our documentation is 37. I think it was just a typo on the slide. Thank you. But I want to make sure we're not approving the wrong application or considering the wrong application. Alrighty, at this point I'd invite the applicants, either Harbison or Kelty, if you have anything else to add. If you have nothing to add, we at least need you up there to ask a question or two. So, welcome. If you could just give your name for the record, that would
sorry, I'm
appreciate
Troy Kelty. We're obviously trying to get a shop put in here and a storage yard for some construction equipment. Obviously, a lot of that back part of that lot, we're hoping will be empty most of the time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a bad deal for me, but anyway, I'm Troy.
All right.
This is Mr. Harbison Leonard.
Pleasure, sir. Any questions?
Yeah, just a quick question. Do you have a sense of timing of when all of this is going to be accomplished?
As soon as very possible. We've got the building on the ground, and my schedule's pretty much cleared for taking place here. So we're trying to push this as fast as we possibly can.
That existing shop or barn or whatever it is there, will it stay?
The existing garage that's left there is actually on lot 2. So there's nothing on lot 1 right now because we did demo the house that was there.
I'm just curious, how many employees are generally?
So Mr. Harbison's got 7. Okay. And I have 5. My guys will not be there every day. My guys probably won't be there once a week. Okay. I hope.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, I hope. We're got
really want to have equipment parked. Where are you operating from now? Are you here in the county or?
Yeah, I'm in Douglas and Elbert County. I've been there. I started my business in 2014, and I have not left Castle Rock or Parker since then. So.
Okay. Alrighty. I guess other question I would have, there were a couple of conditions, removing the sign, et cetera. Are you okay with the conditions?
Absolutely.
Okay, all righty. So at this point, I would ask if there was any public comment on this item? Going once? All right, seeing none, I'll close public comment. Any other questions or comments? If not, I would accept a motion on this application.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the Kelty Harbison, is that Harbison or Harbison? Harbison EDZ Site Plan EZS-22-0037, that we approve it. Oh, with the conditions as listed and accepted by the applicant.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve this application with the conditions that were presented. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye, motion carries. I'd accept a motion to close public hearing on this item.
Mr. Chairman, I move we close the hearing on Kelty Harbison EDZ Site Plan.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second to close public hearing on this item. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Motion carries. Do we have any other land use business? Nope. We have no other business before us for the day. I would accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. It is 1:18 and we are adjourned. Thank you.
We thank you, guys.